I keep coming back to this game to want to play it, and like
Because you hate yourself?
And then
Well,
you
no,
remember
'cause-
that it's dog shit.
it's not like completely terrible. If you, okay, I'm saying it as like, if you play through the game and not try to collect everything, I'm sure it's fine. If you don't want to like rip your brain out to try to like find every damn colored coin or whatever. But again, I've
Go
only
on.
played maybe an hour of this game, so I don't know.
Did we intro this yet? Did the video start?
Things are just happening.
Yeah, we're
It's-
just starting.
it's
It started
chaos.
already. It's Donkey Kong 64.
I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. All rare games are overrated.
Wow.
That's objectively
that's
incorrect.
bad. That's a terrible idea.
I didn't say they're like completely overrated where I hate them all. I just said they're overrated. Some of them are only a little bit overrated. Some of them are really overrated.
Do you know how
I think that-
originally he like hid behind the word oh Christ, or what is it? Allegedly? No, what was the word you said? Shit. Fuck, my brain
He
just.
said, "I'm wrong," but here we go.
What did you say?
I'm going to say a thing that's factually incorrect, but I'll say it.
Yeah. Oh, objectively. Yeah, you said
Yeah.
objectively. You hid behind the word. Sorry, it would have been a better joke if my brain worked.
Although this like N64 model of King K. Rool is fucking ugly.
Yeah, because he's basically just the fucking Puma King from Conquer.
Yeah. Like I don't like his design at all. Like they give him like the
Disgusting.
the goofiest eyes,
Yeah.
and like his belly has like that weird texture to it.
Yeah. It's no good. I will say this, to Bird's point, that they peaked at Banjo and Conquer.
There are more. I feel like okay. There are more bad rare games than there are good.
Yes.
Now this whole
Like-
thing's crumbling apart. You guys are going to the dark side with Bird.
No,
Well,
no,
no, 'cause-
no.
No, I
Because
100% agree.
Conquer's Bad Fur Day is good. I do like
It has
that game.
it has issues, but it has N64 issues, not like, oh, this part is so unplayable because they made it unplayable. It's unplayable because it's part of the N64.
Yeah.
Like the swimming sections in Conquer are terrible.
Well, like in most games like this, they're
I
not
think-
great
yeah.
either.
I think
Most
rare
games in this
games
era have terrible swimming.
Like
I
this
think-
is like Conquer's is fine. Banjo Kazooie is fine.
Yeah.
Star Fox 64 is great.
Yes.
Um,
Wait, they did 64?
I think.
Wait, which
No.
one?
No, they did the
not.
the GameCube ones.
Oh.
They did the
okay.
GameCube ones, yeah.
I couldn't remember which ones they did. I mean, but they did the original Star Fox.
No,
they?
they didn't.
I'm pretty sure they did.
Hold on, to the internet.
That
I'd say someone-
Star Fox
I'm-
isn't a
I'm
rare
nearly
game.
positive. No. No.
Bird is just so
because-
against rare games, he's just gonna say no regardless.
Because the only reason that Star Fox Adventures was done by Rare is because it was originally called like Dinosaur Planet, and it had nothing to do with Star Fox. And then Miyamoto came in and said, "Oh, let's make this a Star Fox game because there's like anthropomorphic animals." And then they
The
basically had to do it.
the first two
and that-
Star Fox games were made by Argonaut Games.
Because Argonaut games.
Oh, I've seen them on a bunch of like 90s PC shit, I think.
Yeah, they did Star Fox Adventures,
Oh.
and let me see if they did Star Fox Assault.
While you'll be busy looking for your precious gold,
Yeah,
I'm looking
Okay,
this up
well,
on Wikipedia.
yeah, Adventures was the only one done by
Online
Rare.
encyclopedia.
Did anyone get edit?
Yeah. And then Star Fox Assault was made by Namco.
Oh.
So yeah, the only one they made was Adventures.
and it wasn't intended to be.
Okay, so they did Diddy Kong Racing,
Yes. Okay.
Banjo Kazooie.
Here, you know what? If you want to say something controversial, here's the statement.
Diddy Kong Racing is better than Mario
is better
Kart?
than Mario Kart 64.
Sure fucking is.
I'll give it that because I don't really care for Mario Kart 64, but I think the later Mario Kart games are a lot better. And I absolutely
agree.
cannot stand Super Mario Kart for SNES.
I
do
cannot
not
play it.
I do not like those like weird 2D, like the one for Game Boy Advance or whatever. I hate those. I do that, like the weird, like whatever it is, like the
Mode 7.
yeah, the Mode 7. The way they do that for like driving games just like hurts my eyes. I can't deal with it.
That's
a
fair.
lot.
That's fair.
I think my issue with Rare games is that Rare games all seem like they're all innovative and they seem good for the time, but to me, like none of them hold up. Like they just it just doesn't seem like they hold up to the test of time, and it seems like 9 times out of 10, like people like Rare games because of the nostalgia and because I like playing them with as a kid. Like GoldenEye's a fine game, but like go
Play it
back and
now.
try to play GoldenEye. You will like fucking
Yeah,
hate
play it
it.
now.
You will not
Well,
like it.
yeah. But you're also looking at it of the lens of 2022. Like I'm not
you're
saying
right.
I'm not saying I'm not saying you have to put on your nostalgia goggles to play it. But like when that game came out, that was the best first-person shooter around.
Yeah.
So that's like saying, well, Mario 64 is no good because the camera controls are crap, and you can't do this and you can't do that. It's still a good fucking game. It
Yeah.
just has some fucking 1996 about it.
It has a little 1996 in it.
Yeah. So I understand what you're saying, Bird, but like not that it's a weak defense, but like any game of this era, like you can say there are a dozen things you can say that about in almost every game. Like realistically, the only first-person shooter up until like PC games that you can say was any good in terms of controls was that fucking Alien Resurrection game, because that was the first one that had dual stick shooting in it.
Didn't Halo do
also-
that
No,
first?
it was
or
No.
it
something,
was
though?
no. Clearly, the best first-person shooter ever is South Park for the N64.
Oh no!
But you get what I'm saying. So like,
If the
I'm
controls
not-
were
I'm not-
bad in that game, I'd be playing that one right now.
I'm not saying that my logic isn't flawed. I just think I truly think that and part of my issue is I'm not big on collectathons and game like that. Like I've never been a big fan of Mario 64, but like Mario 64 just seems like there's more to it than just it's a Mario game and it's a platformer. Like maybe that's weird and maybe that's just me, but like games like this and games like Banjo-Kazooie, they just like there's nothing that's very interesting for me.
And
It
so
just
I'm
never-
going
it
to
just
say
never
this, and
has.
it's going to sound inflammatory, but I genuinely mean this. And, like, I mean it in a real way. Like, your problem with the games is that you don't like these types of games, not that they don't hold up. Like, they don't hold up for you because you don't like them.
I kind of see that. Like
But I mean,
maybe
like,
that's maybe
I mean, you just said, like, you don't like Mario 64, you don't like 3D platformers. Okay, that's fine. You're allowed to. And by the way, this is an intellectual discussion, not a I'm yelling at Bird discussion for people watching. Yeah, like I totally get what you're saying. Like if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But like, you've also, and again, this isn't me wagging
good-
my finger at you, but like
good
you've
goddamn.
never played any of that.
like I've played parts of them.
The
I have
fuck?
No, you have, and yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not saying like you've never played any of it. What I'm saying is like you've never experienced any of these games in full. So like, and I'm not saying that your opinion doesn't matter because of that. What I'm saying is that like because it's not your thing, you didn't get to experience the entire meal, right? So yeah,
That's
there's
true,
parts of
but
those
that
things
doesn't-
that suck.
But and I understand where you're coming from, but honestly, like just because it's not my thing doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to have an opinion on it.
Oh, that's not what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that your opinion is different than somebody who would like these, like that would like these 3D platformers. So like, I like 3D platformers. I like Conker, I like Banjo, I like Mario 64. But like you don't like them, so that makes the things that don't work in these games more obvious to you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's true.
Now here's my.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you you
played
have
other
to like
3D platformers before and really liked them. I played like I almost 100%ed a Hat Time, and that's like a current like 3D like platformer that basically is like a new version of like Mario 64 or something like that. And I really like that game.
Right.
I haven't played it in like a few years, but like
right, but that's also got the benefit of being 20 years after the fact.
yeah.
So it
true.
has the chance to
Try
iron
again.
those things out. So yeah, I'm not trying to tell you you're not allowed to have an opinion and all that stuff. I'm just saying like that's it's an objective view of a thing you don't really like, and that's okay.
right.
And that's
I
okay that
understand
this is going to be a bottom of the barrel.
Oh, is that what this is now?
He's played the same mini game like 3 times trying to get a single coin.
By the way, this isn't even a mini game. This is the training to do the first level.
I know.
So as soon as you get on the rope, just hit the jump button. Nope, you've already fucked up. Don't ever hit up. As soon as you land on the vine, hit the jump button.
See, I'm gonna partially agree with Bird here. So I think Rare does really great stuff, and they were incredible
You have
innovators.
to hit it as soon as you get on the thing.
But I think that not long after they've innovated, someone went in and made another game that made this look like crap.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I mean, and not that
Like this game in particular is a shining example of you created the thing that everyone loves, and now you've beaten it into the ground until I never want to see it again.
right.
I think my other problem with Rare games, and that's not even just games like Banjo-Kazooie and such. I think they never stuck with a game type enough to feel like they truly innovated. Like they did GoldenEye and then they did Perfect Dark, and Perfect Dark was pretty good, but that's still a first-person shooter on like the N64. So it feels like if they
Are you gonna pretend like the Perfect Dark for Xbox doesn't exist, Bird? I'm actually being super sarcastic. I don't give a fuck.
I don't think anyone really cares about those games anymore.
Yeah, no.
Well, isn't someone remaking a Perfect Dark?
I don't
Probably.
Dark remake.
Beats the fuck out of me.
there
it's
is
in control of Crystal Dynamics.
Oh.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
really?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Huh.
Perfect Dark is
Hey,
an
look,
upcoming
swimming.
video game that's in development by The Initiative and Crystal Dynamics. It is being published by Xbox Game Studios for Windows and Xbox.
Interesting.
Yep.
Apparently the Xbox 360 whatever like prequel for Perfect Dark was originally supposed to get like a whole like it was supposed to get like 2 more games, and like the second one was like you basically on like either like the moon or Mars or some shit. There's like whole like documents about like what they were planning to do with it, so
That's weird.
yeah. I think it was that one. I don't think it was the N64 one. I think it was the Xbox 360 one.
Since this is the episode of controversial opinions, I feel like first-person shooters peaked at No One Lives Forever.
No, you're absolutely right.
Well, that's the end of the channel.
I mean-
we'll see you guys later.
I mean, I'm absolutely wrong, because if you watch the fucking playthrough, it's like
Oh,
Bird
it's
and I
janky as
yelling
shit.
at the game a lot.
Yeah. The first videos I ever edited.
I remember being there for like one part of that playthrough.
I was
very
there
end
for
of
like
that
one part of
playthrough.
that playthrough. Who played through that?
Bird, that was when we that's when we were like all doing separate playthroughs at the same time.
Oh, I remember.
That worked for like a couple months, and then we were just like, this is too much work.
Well, and it's not as fun when everybody's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
At least
That
in
still
my
has
opinion.
that still has one of my favorite bits of editing.
It's you're right.
It still
Which
has my
is-
favorite bit of editing where it's we're talking about what the plot is, and I go, I think you're thinking the same thing that I'm thinking, and I bring all of that text on screen while I'm saying it. And you're just like dying laughing in the middle of the sentence that I'm saying.
It was pretty wild.
I did a lot of good edits on that series, so.
So yeah, Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah, this is like
Bad?
just look at it.
It's a looker, huh?
Like I like at the beginning of the video, I'm like, I'm thinking of playing this game eventually again. And as I'm playing it now, I'm like second guessing it. Like,
Honestly,
why would I do that?
I played probably 45 minutes of Banjo-Tooie, and I was like, well,
Banjo-Tooie is
do not like this.
Yeah, Banjo-Tooie is not good.
It's too big. Like,
it's too empty.
yeah, like the game of that caliber, like it's like the Mario 64 thing where it's like it's a small little world and you get to interact with all this stuff and it's full of shit.
Yeah.
And Banjo-Tooie has the problem. It's like, oh, here's this gigantic world where nothing is in it. It was the exact problem that I had with
butt slam.
Oh yeah, but us bashim bashy. Yep.
Bishibashi.
But it was the problem that I had with Ukulele, where it was just like, here's this giant level with like 5 enemies in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it is. And like that's the problem with this game as well. It's like there's only like what 6 or 7 stages, like actual stages.
Right, but you
for
just
a game
play
to
them
be
over and over and over.
Yeah,
again.
you play them over like constantly as other characters, and it's like why? It's just like, oh well, you press this button as Funky Kong, Cranky Kong, who Mr. Kong, and then it's like
Dr. Kong,
and then I have to come back as like Baby Kong, and it's like, but why?
It also cracks me up that none of the other Kongs are in this except for Donkey and Diddy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we have a Donkey Kong family member that flies with her hair, but instead we're gonna make this new one.
Don't use them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arguably the best
we've got
Donkey
Baby
Kong.
Kong who's gigantic and smashes things, but we're not gonna use him. So
I mean, Baby Kong was kind of terrible though.
yeah, I mean, Donkey Kong 3 in general, Donkey Kong Country 3 in general seems kind of shit.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not
I
memorable.
heard somewhere recently that they specifically did not want to use Baby or any of the other Kongs besides Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong was because everyone absolutely hated Baby Kong, and no one really liked whatever her name was, Trixie Kong.
Dixie.
But there's so many like
Dixie.
characters in like the country games. Like why?
Yeah.
They could have, but like
Yeah.
no.
I've never been good at the country games, but I fucking love Donkey Kong Country 2.
I'm good at Donkey Kong Country 1, but like I've never beat 2. I only played like a little bit of it.
I've beaten them all, motherfuckers.
I am absolute dog shit at those games.
I played a lot of 3, but I never liked it.
Yeah, 3
it's
is
like
bad.
Sonic games. I suck at Sonic games for some reason, but like I love them.
Yeah.
Like I'm absolute trash at them, but I love it.
Well, they're just quality, and they're just fun to like control. It's like playing
Yeah.
Mario. Like I don't really particularly like the first Mario all that much. It's just when you play it, you're like, oh yeah, this, and then
Like
yeah,
the
first
original
one.
Mario 1.
yeah, and then you're done with it.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, you never beat it. You just play it for a little bit, and then you're like, haha.
It just loops.
Yep.
Just
Right.
Like,
yeah, it's I don't know. Like Mario 1 is just it's there's like maybe four or 5 like level tiles and they get used over and over again. Like, they don't really
Yeah.
change anything up. Like
Yeah.
but there's something
At least in,
special
like-
about it that it has lasted this long, and it's still, when you pick it up, you're like, oh, this just plays good, it looks good, and that's it. That's all you need out of it.
yeah.
So I just want to make this statement. We have been recording for 21 minutes,
Oh God.
and you're not in the first level yet.
Yeah, I realized that.
No, I know you knew that. I was mostly saying it to make a point to the audience
That this
Yeah.
game is.
that we're not in the first level yet.
Yeah. No, I know.
Look at all these Banjo-Kazooie type
These Banjo-Kazooie ass built
Yeah.
signs I'm talking to.
Oh no, admittedly, Platonic, who's now pretty much, the new Rare.
Part 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
That Ukulele 2, the side-scrolling one.
Yeah, I heard that.
So good.
It's basically a country game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's basically Donkey Kong Country with a top-down open world map to explore in the middle, and it's great.
See, that's good.
Yep.
And they were good they were good at platformers.
Yeah.
And
They're mediocre
I'm
at
not
3D
saying that
games.
ukulele couldn't be good, or people are bad for liking the first ukulele.
Look at his
Right.
fucking
Clearly
gross,
they-
ugly eye.
They
it's disgusting.
just I think because everyone's like, oh man, we really want another game
There it
like
is.
Banjo-Kazooie. They just didn't learn anything from the old games or anything that they had done about game design, and
I
it
don't
just
think-
feels like a mess.
So what I was gonna say was I don't necessarily think that's true. I think the problem was they were trying to please everybody. Because it was a Kickstarter game. It wasn't like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make concise levels with the right amount of this and a right amount of that. It was just like, oh well, we want people that liked Banjo-Kazooie 1 to have that feeling of like smaller levels with more stuff to do, but we also want to have open world levels and it's spread out further because that's what Banjo-Kazooie 2 was like.
Yeah.
So it's like they were trying to please too many people, which I think was the biggest problem of ukulele.
I remember us breaking
Yeah.
down at one point because we were playing ukulele for a while,
Yeah.
and then you could tell at some point or another we just kept seeing the worlds like get bigger and like the map just become larger. You're like, when does this fucking end?
And
Yeah.
like the bosses were fucking boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all lame.
The gameplay seemed tight from what
It was.
Yeah, and which is
Yeah.
a huge thing, but like content-wise, Christ, give it a rest.
Yeah.
And I think so. If you think about it, so they're trying to please people who liked Banjo-Kazooie 1 and Banjo-Kazooie 2,
Right.
and maybe even people who like Donkey Kong 64 or whatever
Right.
they were trying to do.
Right.
And if you think about it, okay, so the second game, let's make a game that's more like a side scroller, like the country games. Okay,
Right.
well, guess what? Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, or 3 are practically all the same fucking game. So
yeah.
you're not trying to reinvent the wheel, but you've got a whole bunch of stuff. You're basically like condensing everything you were doing into a single game type instead of trying to do a race in this level and do this in this level too, and then make the level bigger and then go back to this level. And it just seemed bloated. Everything seemed bloated in ukulele.
Yes,
And
it was like somehow bloated and yet completely absent at the same time.
Yes, exactly. And I think because they decided, okay, well, we didn't hit the mark quite with this other. Let's do this other thing that we were really good at too, which was the 2D games. So
Right.
let's do that and try that. And because you're not trying to do a billion things and you're just making a fun. And I haven't played much of that. And like you said, there's like a overhead section, but like there just seems like less ways to fuck up, kind of.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it also wasn't a Kickstarter like ukulele was. So
Yeah.
again, there's more of that like, well, we need to please the people that are paying for this game. So like, if I bought the game based on my love of Banjo-Kazooie 2 and you bought it based on your love of Banjo-Kazooie 1, we're both expecting two completely different games.
Yeah.
True. I think
Because
I think-
it's a sequel to Banjo-Kazooie, but it's vastly different.
Yeah, I think when you're doing a Kickstarter, you have to have a good like base of what you want to do for a game.
Oh yeah.
Like when I backed Proteus, like, yeah, okay, it's kind of sprite based, and they had an idea, and they had like kind of a prototype to work with, but they took a lot of feedback from everybody who backed it, and they made prototypes and alphas and stuff that you could play. So they took a lot of feedback, and if you're good at implementing that feedback of what people want, and you know, you like you said, they tried to please everybody. So you get people who liked Banjo-Kazooie 1, or you get people who like Banjo-Tooie, and you get people who like Mario 64. Even though they didn't make that, that's still a type of game. So you're, like you said, they're trying to please everybody, but they're getting all these people that expect different things, and like you said, they're just trying to put it all in there. And if you make you decide you're gonna have this, you're gonna make a game and it's more concise at the beginning before you even do the Kickstarter, then I think you're gonna be better off. So
yeah, I like how this video just turned into like a podcast about what makes a good game and what doesn't.
Yeah.
And I genuinely mean that. Like,
no, it's fun.
I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah. I
like,
wasn't expecting to have such an interesting
it.
conversation in Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah.
And you know what that means, guys? Because we know what good game design is, that means we should start our own game studio now.
No, we should.
I mean, no. Yeah, we can.
I mean, if somebody's willing to learn to code, I'll do whatever you want. But
that was a joke about Donkey making his own game studio because he thinks what the blah blah blah. That was the
God.
I know.
Oh,
Just
God.
Don't attack our boy Donkey.
yeah, don't talk about my.
Don't talk sass.
Don't talk about my.
I'll talk sass about whoever I want.
Don't you talk about my big boy like that.
Big Yoshi.
He made a joke about a gay rattlesnake. I don't know that he's the person I would go to about good game design. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you also have some pretty shit opinions, and people listen to you.
Vastly less amount of people listen to me than listen to Donkey.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I feel like you've said dumber things, so not necessarily about the dumb things we say.
Hey, look, Funky's a military guy now.
Oh, great! I've been overseas for 2 years, and my wife is 9 months pregnant.
Do you think he has a Punisher logo sticker on his car?
Oh my God! Hold on! I gotta remember how this looked. There was a guy.
Jesus Christ!
There was a guy in a truck, and it was a Punisher logo. And the Punisher logo had an American flag in it, right? And then, what was it? There was something else. There was something else, and I was just like, somebody has a vast misunderstanding of what the Punisher is about.
Did it have a giant cock and balls coming off of it?
No, it didn't, because that would have been hilarious. No, it was something stupid.
I love the ones that have the the blue line in it for back the blue, and you're like, oh, you guys don't know anything about the Punisher, do you?
Never read
You guys really don't know anything
never read
about
a Punisher.
God, I wish I could remember what it was, because I remember we were at work and I like told the dude that I was working with, I'm like, that is the most insane shit I have ever seen.
Was it like Calvin, like peeing?
No.
Like it was Calvin, but he had the Punisher face. He had like the Punisher skull for a face, and he was peeing on like a rainbow flag.
I don't know. It wasn't that.
It's Calvin, and he's peeing on the word Antifa or some shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to remember what it was.
You're describing
minion.
every truck in western Pennsylvania.
It's a minion, and it's wearing boxing gloves, and it's punching Gru, and Gru has the word woke on his t-shirt.
Yeah. No, that's what it was.
I genuinely don't remember. It was something very stupid and not Punisher-y at all. And I was like, okay, guys.
I don't know what's funnier.
Fuck is that weasel over there?
It's the weasel.
You know,
Ando?
that weasel from that game.
Yeah.
Why does Donkey?
It's the weasel from
Look at
Roger
those
Rabbit.
cheeks.
Why does he have a coconut gun or a Wampa
Because he
fruit
couldn't
gun?
have a real gun.
Thanks.
Ooh!
Mr. Miyamoto didn't want him to have a real
He
gun.
didn't want to
so-
have a real gun.
Why did he have to have a gun at all?
I don't know, because
Because
he wanted to...
it's edgy.
Yeah.
Put your
Obvious.
gun away.
Great, I'll
Oh my
zip
God,
it
why
back
does
up.
Kong have gun?
How does he put his gun away?
Why
Okay,
have Kong have gun?
Return to monkey.
Return to monk.
You know what? Oh my god. You know, my favorite like monkey like thing is when people use the clip from like what the fuck is that?
2001: A Space Odyssey.
No, it's
Okay, I just assume everybody uses that clip for everything.
No, it's like the clip from I don't know what it is. It's an animated talking like animal movie.
Okay.
And it's always the clip of like this old turtle and he's like, "Ah, monkey." I don't know what it's from.
Isn't that from Kung Fu Panda?
No, because it's like hand drawn. I mean, it is.
It's hand drawn. I don't know.
I don't remember if it's
fucking
hand drawn
know,
or
man.
not. I don't know.
You're too old for this
It's-
shit, would you say?
Yeah,
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, you got shot.
I didn't mean to do that, but okay, that's fine. Just do a dance in front of a captive Diddy Kong. That's fine.
We've been playing this game for an hour and you have 2 bananas.
You know what's even worse?
It feels
like I said we were playing for 20 minutes like an hour ago.
Yeah.
It's been 32 minutes.
Jesus
Holy
Christ.
shit!
That was 12 minutes ago.
No! Oh, it's so aggravating.
How is this game still going?
Because, guys, Donkey Kong December.
God damn it, Ando.
Put your gun away!
Donkey Kong
Put gun
December
away.
is giving me Donkey Kong depression.
I thought you were going to say diarrhea. I don't know why.